What if I told you that the world you're standing on wasn't always here? That once upon a time, everything, land, forest, rivers, and even humans, existed only as a dream in the mind of a powerful creator. A tale of ambition, responsibility, divine mistakes, and the very first palm tree. A story documented by scholars like Samuel Johnson in 1897 and later expanded by Bascom 1969 and Wande Abimbola in 1976. According to the Yoruba people, this is how the world began. In the very beginning, there was only sky ruled by the Olodumare, his supreme being. Below the sky, nothing but endless water, deep, silent, and without form. The same cosmic waters that was described in Johnson's History of the Yorubas as the primordial frontier. There was no earth, no place to stand, no land, and no life. Just the heavens and the oceans. And then one day, Olodumare decided that it was time for the world to change. He called Obatala, gentle Orisha of creation, wisdom, and purity. Olodumare gave him a powerful task. Go and create solid land on the waters. Build a place where humans can one day live. And so, Obatala set out on a journey that would shape the world forever. But he wasn't going empty-handed. Olodumare gave him a sacred bag of creation containing a handful of earth, a 5-toed chicken, a special shell, a long golden chain, and the authority to form the world. With this, Obatala began his descent from the sky. Obatala climbed down the golden chain step by step until he reached the edge of the vast waters below. When he reached the bottom, he opened the sacred bag. He poured the earth from the shell onto the water. Then he placed the 5-toed chicken on top of it. The chicken began to scratch, scratch, and scratch, spreading the earth out in every direction. And from that simple act, the first land appeared, dry ground, the beginning of continents, a place to walk. Olodumare looked down and saw the work that had begun, and he was pleased. This new land will be called Ile-Ife, the birthplace of humanity. Now here's where the story becomes deeply human. Obatala continues shaping the land, forming hills, valleys, and pathways. But creation work is hard, and one day Obatala grew tired. He found palm wine, took a sip, and then another until the Orisha of purity became drunk. And under the influence, he tried to create humanity. Try what Ogogoro can cause. But his hands were unsteady. The figures he molded came out differently, some with physical deformities. When he sobered up and realized what he had done, Obatala was filled with guilt. He vowed, from today onward, I will protect people born with disabilities. They are my children. And until today, Obatala is seen as the guardian of those who live with physical differences. Now, with Obatala unable to continue, another Orisha descended to complete the work, Oduduwa. Oduduwa took over the task of shaping the earth, expanding the land, creating territories, and establishing the foundation of the Yoruba world. Many Yoruba kingdoms trace their origin back to this moment. Before Obatala descended, he carried the first palm nut, a detail consistently repeated in the Ife traditions and recorded by Yoruba priests and scholars like Wande Abimbola. When he planted it, it grew into the very first palm tree, a symbol of sustenance and civilization. From that tree came wood, wine, food, tools, and the beginning of agriculture in Yoruba tradition. The palm tree became a symbol of life, resilience, and abundance, all born from creation. And this is how the Yoruba people say the world began. Through responsibility, creativity, divine mistakes, and second chances. Here at African Hamlet, we bring you Africa's deepest stories every week. Myths, histories, innovations, and narratives that shaped our world long before textbooks acknowledged them. If this story fascinated you, hit that like button, subscribe, join the community, and step into a world where Africa tells its own story. Because there's so much more that Africa has to tell.